Good evening and welcome back to Falcon Update, live on YBTV. I'm Josh McLeaf and I'm joined tonight by Ned Cucimenda, the concert executive for the Student Activity Boards here at Messiah. How are you doing tonight, Ned?
Good. How are you, Josh?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining us and taking time out of your schedule. I know things are kind of getting busy for students as we wrap up the semester, but if it's okay with you, I'd love to just jump right into some of the questions we have for you.
Yeah, shoot.
Great. So what does next semester look like for SAB?
So, with everything in the last year, we don't entirely know, but we're looking on the bright side, and it's looking positive for the sorts of things we're going to be able to do. So, the plans we're making, we're assuming that things will be a little bit more normal, and we're looking to really hit the ground running in terms of the amounts of activities we have. It's been like half as much as a normal year this past year, so we want to have more, and we want to really focus on like enriching experiences for the campus culture. It's really exciting. There's a lot of students that have never gone to a union dance before or never been to a B-Sides concert, so it'll be really exciting to share these experiences with students that haven't gotten to yet.
Sure, yeah, and I'm sure it's been tough with COVID, but we do appreciate the work you do to try and, give students the chance to do something. But what are some of the events that we should be looking out for next semester? Is there anything in particular that you guys are planning on doing?
Things are a little not quite concrete yet because we don't want to, count our eggs before they hatch. But in general, we're looking to have, some more concerts. One thing I think we're gonna keep going with is the movies outside on Bittner Beach. That's something that kind of started because of COVID restrictions, but we've really been pleased with the turnout and the way it's made it so more people than in Parma Cinema can watch a movie together. And we're also looking to have more events centered around like current cultural movements, issues, current events, that sort of thing that we haven't had the resources or maybe the opportunity to this year just because of circumstances and things like that.
Sure, yeah, and I think it's great that you're trying to focus more on that kind of stuff. But now I also heard that you're going to be president of SIB next year. Is that true?
This is true.
So what is your role going to look like then? What are some of the things you're going to have to do and the task you have to take on?
Yeah, so one thing is I will be kind of like a facilitator for the different executive roles we have on SAB. So I won't actually be planning events. I will be acting as kind of a coordinator and support for the people who are. And I'm excited for that, to sort of have a role in like bringing people together and helping people, just fill in the gaps in things that need to happen. And I also will be able to represent the Student Activities Board in different groups like the Student Senate, where it's a meeting of all the different student leadership groups on campus, and sort of, working on larger issues.
Yeah, that's great. Sounds like it's pretty important as well. Now, the one thing I will say is, trying to plan all these activities, with the movies and, the cultural movements you're talking about focusing on, probably takes a lot of creativity. So how does the organization get their ideas?
Yeah, the number one thing is we try to consider like if it's something that we would have fun doing, because if we're looking around the room and none of us think that something is going to be fun, probably most of campus is going to feel the same way. Yeah. So that's one thing. Another thing this year specifically we really tried to consider was like creating things that could be a way for students to just like kind of just creating a space for like social activity that normally exists on its own on the college campus, but just because of like restricted meeting places, and you can't have as many people sitting together in union or lobby, things like that. We've had a lot of events where there were different games and stuff, but also we were just trying to make room for students to talk and eat food together and listen to music and have a good time.
Sure. Well, unfortunately, that is all the time we have for today. But thank you so much for coming on the show, Ned. We really appreciate you coming out again. And remember to join us on April 26th for The Splice, Messiah's Film Festival, from 7 to 9 p.m. Tune in next weekend for YBTV Rewind as well. For JC Seltzer, Brian Schurmeyer, and our other fantastic reporters, thank you for tuning in and have a fantastic night.